Sustainability for AB InBev is critical for our long-term future. Beer is a very simple product. We use water, yeast, hops, and barley, and we need to make sure that we can protect and look after those resources for the long term.
In Leuven we have about 3 tons an hour of CO2 recovery. That's 25,000 tons a year that we do not have to buy. So what we gain on CO2 buying, transportation of it. And next year we will invest in a second line, so we will increase it up to 50,000 tons a year.
So we produce about 1.3 million tons of Spain grains across our breweries. Close to 100% of that Spain grains that is left over from the brewing process actually it's used for cattle feed. So Canvas, it's our plant-based protein beverage that we developed using our core technology, and it contains brewed grains, which comes from the natural brewing process out of it. So today it's running as a pilot in 5 different flavors in the US.
Brewing process is very energy consuming in the first place, and we were looking at how we could manage that. And a lot of technologies have been looking at recovering energy from the brewing process. And we've just been looking at an alternative technology, which is a simple use of a gas, could be CO2 or nitrogen, just stripping all the aroma components in the air, but without the water and without the energy. In this way we were able to save about 80% of energy in that specific process step, and more than 10% on an entire brewery footprint. We have already installed the technology in 2 breweries, in the GP and also in the UK, but also in Africa and in Australia, and we are making plans to further roll out the technology towards the rest of our 250 breweries.
It's what we call the seed to sip approach. What comes in needs to be sustainable, but then we need to make sure that what goes through to the other side and what reaches our consumer in their glass. Consumers will increasingly make conscious decisions between a company and a brand that has a strong sustainability footprint and those that perhaps don't. But not just consumers, employees as well. Will we ever get to that particular carbon neutral setup? I think that's a fantastic vision that we should work towards. In the shorter term, by 2025, we want to reduce our footprint by 25%, and we want to ensure that we're working with our supply base and with governments and NGOs in a way that will help us to get there. Sustainability shouldn't be a competition. It's about trying to move the overall industry and industries further down that sustainable path.